Alien envoy cautions. When humans snap, not even deities can protect you. In the third cycle of the Galactic Accord, the High Assembly of Sither Prime gathered in arrogance, cloaked in cosmic silk and centuries of superiority. They ruled not by strength, but by legacy, convinced that their ancient wisdom placed them above all others, especially the newly admitted race from the blue marble called Earth. Humans were a curiosity at best. At worst, a mistake. Ambassador Theri Valix, a shimmering entity of the Asari cluster, addressed the Assembly one final time before the vote on whether to eject Earth from the Accord for disruptive unpredictability. "I offer this last council," Theri said, voice echoing across species' minds in perfect translation. "Do not provoke the humans. Do not make them feel cornered, because when humans snap, not even gods can shield you." Laughter followed, arrogant, dismissive, dripping with the certainty of immortals. "Humans," scoffed the Zelvari priest king. "They bleed too easily, too emotional. Spat a veneer queen, they cling to vengeance." Theri merely bowed. "Yes, that is exactly why you should fear them." The vote passed. Earth was expelled. And that was when everything began to unravel. It started on the outpost moon Diraxis IV, where human scientists have been studying trans-dimensional energy. The Accord expected them to surrender their research and depart peacefully. Instead, they stayed. When Accord enforcers arrived, the humans didn't resist, they vanished. Not just the researchers. The entire outpost. Buildings, labs, equipment. Gone without a trace. Within a week, 5 more Earth colonies went dark. No communication. No evidence. Just a single phrase, scrawled or broadcast in every location. "You wanted us gone." We listened. The Assembly panicked. Earth had always been a backwater civilization. Loud, messy, unpredictable. But never this. Then came the retaliation strikes. Accord ships raided former human territories, hoping to reassert dominance. Instead, they were met with silence until they were torn apart mid-transit by unknown forces. No alarms, no signatures, just sudden, total destruction. The Sither Senate called an emergency session. "They've turned to gods," muttered one elder. No technology explains this. But it wasn't divine. It was human. They had unlocked a fracture protocol, a theoretical fusion of quantum displacement and emotion-based psionics. Thought to be impossible. Thought to be madness. Turns out, humans had one thing no other race possessed in equal measure: rage. The first confirmed survivor of a human counterattack was an insectoid warrior named Zektal, retrieved drifting in space with half his body fused to his armor. "They didn't shout," he whispered in terror. "They didn't warn. They just stared at us like we were already dead." He died moments later. His last word? "Merciless." In a final attempt to broker peace, the Accord sent an elite envoy team led by High Judge Theros Kell, a being with the power to manipulate matter and speak in starlight. They found the humans on the dead world of Old Terra, which had been rendered uninhabitable after Earth's leaders detonated its atmosphere themselves to prevent galactic extraction of their DNA and culture. Yet here the humans stood, alive, cloaked in black armor lined with pulsing veins of memory metal. Their leader, a woman named Commander Roan Calder, stepped forward. No helmet, just tired eyes. "You expelled us because we wouldn't kneel," she said. "You thought that would end us." Theros floated above her. "You defied the Accord. You have brought war." "We didn't start this war," Roan said. "You did, with your mockery, with your rules, with your sanctified insults. You woke something ancient inside us." Theros raised a hand. "You will surrender." Roan smiled. "We already did. The part of us that cared is gone." She nodded once, and the planet screamed. A pulse ripped from beneath the crust. Human tech woven with psychic charge. The envoy was shattered before it could cry out. Every member dissolved into dust. Only one escaped, Theory Valex. He returned to the assembly, hollow-eyed, robe scorched, voice barely above a whisper. They become something else, something beyond species. The assembly still debated, still doubted, until the sky over Cytheros Prime, the Accord capital, turned black. No ships, no weapons, just a shadow. And in every mind the same voice echoed, "You cast us out. You will never cage us again." And then the stars went out. The Accord fell in 7 days. Worlds that stood untouched for millennia burned without fire. Psionic storms shattered crystal palaces. Time itself twisted in some places, collapsing cities into singularities. The last to fall was a hall of order. Theory stood at its center, waiting. Roan Calder appeared alone. No weapons, no armor. "You warned them," she said softly. He nodded. "And now we build something new," she replied. "Without gods, without thrones. You'll be feared." She looked to the stars. "Good. Let them fear what comes from under the boot. Let them learn. We don't start wars. But when we finish them, we erase history itself." And so it was said for cycles to come. When humans snap, not even deities can protect you.